Hopefully that worked. For those of you that don't know me, hi, my name is Morgan. I help people show up in their businesses, show up front row, meaning actually like taking ownership of your business, not just listening to other people, not just kind of hiding, not just goofing off, but actually taking charge of your business, knowing where you're going, taking the actions, all the things, yada, yada, yada. You guys have heard me say that 100,000 times. Hello. I'm actually really excited. Some of my UK friends are jumping on, and this is one of the things that I talk to them about. So I just got back from a trip to England, and for those of you that don't know, the reason that I got to go to England was because I was very blessed to be chosen as a trainer for a network marketing company in England. And so I have this whole 3-hour training that I did for them, and I'm gonna give you guys a couple little snippets here and there over the next few weeks. But I wanted to start with this that actually came to me the night before the training. So this isn't something that I've like ever talked about before. It literally came to me the night before the training as I was thinking about how I kind of want to like bring everything together. And so we actually started by talking about this. So since I have a bunch of you on, tell me in the comments, just start listing off things that you do for your business. It could be anything. It could be you do reels, you make sales, you go live, you create relationships, you network with people, you have to create a schedule, you have to create graphics, you anything, right? Like a whole list. And so I had requested to have something to write on. So imagine me standing up in front of the class of humans, and I was literally handwriting. They were shouting things out, and I was making this list, okay? So every single day as network marketers, there are dozens of different actions that we could take. And we know that. We know the actions that we could take every single day. Whether you have uplines or whether you follow coaches or whether you see your sideline Senna sisters, not Senna sisters, you might not be in my company, sidelines in your company doing these different things. Like there are literally numerous things that we can do every single day. There is no lack of resources. There's no lack of lists. There's no lack. All there is us being in this like analysis paralysis of like, where do I even start? What is the most important? Like when you're looking at this list, Rebecca just dropped a list of like 15 things. When you're looking at this list and you're like, oh my gosh, and it feels like a lot, and it feels overwhelming, and it feels maybe like you can't do it all. Maybe that you're not good enough to do it all. Maybe that even if you did start chipping away at this list, that you do not have enough time in the world to be able to do all of this to the best of your ability. Hold on. Bless you. Yes, it can feel very overwhelming. And where do you start? And so what I told them, and this will be a quick message for you today, is, does anyone else like puzzles? We really like to do puzzles. It's like a thing that we actually haven't done one recently, so I kind of feel like I'm lying, but I'm not lying. We buy puzzles and then we don't do them. We like the idea of doing puzzles. Does anyone else like doing puzzles? Just say yes or puzzles or whatever you want to say in the comments. So we like doing puzzles. Puzzles are fun. So when you get a puzzle and you first take it and you dump it out onto the table, okay? Say you just take, I think we've actually done this puzzle already. So you take it and you just dump it out on the table. You have like a bajillion puzzle pieces, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, and there's all these different pieces. But you know that they go together, right? You know that they fit. You know that there's a way. And how do you know that? How do you know how to put together all the different pieces? Maybe because there's a picture on the box. You know that even though there's 1,000, literally 1,000 tiny pieces, you know that they go together because there's a picture on the box that shows you how they go together. My computer is mad at me. So whether it's a waterfall or a lighthouse or a barn, there's a picture and you know what you're aiming towards. So my question for you is, in your business, do you know what you're aiming towards? Do you have a vision of where you're going? Do you know how to put the pieces together? Because most of the time, the reason that you don't know how to put the pieces together is because you don't know what the vision is. And what you need to actually look for is, what end result am I going for? What's the 5-year plan? What's the 12-month plan? What's the 3-month plan? It's a lot easier to take the actions today if you know where you're going. If this is a picture of a waterfall and all I have is pieces that go to a lighthouse, I'm gonna be confused. But I see that. I literally see that in my business. I see that as I'm mentoring people. I see people that say that they have a sales goal, but then the things that they're doing every single day is recruiting. Or I see that I actually see the opposite. People say that they want to build a team, but then all they ever focus on is their sales skills. And it's like, if you know for a fact what the end of the puzzle looks like, it makes it a lot easier to put the pieces together. So when you look at, my kids are loud. When you look at your list of all the different things that you do every single day, it's going to be a lot easier to decide what actions are most important when you understand where it is that you're going. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that that was helpful. I hope that you guys take the time to really think about where you're going, because whether it's short-term or long-term, I'm not here to like dictate your life. I have short-term goals and I have long-term goals, but like I said, when I went to England, if you guys missed it, I searched for this cliff. I literally searched for this cliff in England. It took us like an hour to find this specific rock, okay? But the only reason I was able to find that rock is because it's the exact rock that I was looking for. You know what I mean? And so it might sound silly when you like have these exact goals and you might think, like I'll never be able to do that, Morgan. And it's like, well, you won't if you never visualize it. You won't if you never write it down. I promise you right now, if you don't write down your goals and if you don't think your goals are gonna happen, they're not going to. That I can guarantee you. But if you do write them down and you do act towards them every day, like, don't you think it's at least gonna help? Don't you think the picture on the box at least helps a little bit? It doesn't put the puzzle together for you. It doesn't make it magic. It doesn't make an 1,000-piece puzzle any easier. Literally doesn't make it easier. Like, it just gives you a vision and it just makes you know that it's possible. So anyway, hope that was helpful. Bye guys.